Hi, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Jonathan.
And today we are reviewing the movie, tonight we are reviewing the movie The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer.
So, roll the clip. The Rocketeer, starring Bill Campbell as Cliff Secord, who plays the Rocketeer. Alan Arkin as his friend. I don't know what else to call him. Jennifer Connelly.
Yes.
As the beautiful Jenny Blake, his sort of girlfriend. And Timothy Dalton as, what was his name?
It was St. Clair.
Neville St.
Clair.
Neville St. Clair. And it is directed by Joe Johnston. Actually, this movie, The Rocketeer, was kind of responsible for him directing, getting the directing gig for Captain America: The First Avenger, which is actually a really decent movie.
So the basic plot is there's this guy who's trying to fly an airplane in the national races, Cliff, and he is just obsessed with airplane racing. His girlfriend, however, is obsessed with acting. She wants to get a main role with the star Neville St. Clair. But as it turns out, Cliff stumbles upon a rocket jetpack that allows him to fly, and apparently the feds want it because it was invented by Howard Hughes.
Right.
And the mobsters, the gangsters, want it because Neville, actually, spoiler alert, Neville is ultimately in back of it. He wants the rocket pack for himself.
Right. And the Nazis want it.
Everyone wants the rocket pack.
Everyone wants the rocket pack.
Because who doesn't want to fly?
Exactly.
I'd like to fly.
So anyway, Cliff Secord, the Rocketeer, I gotta put this down. He stumbles across it, and they realize that maybe if they just borrow it and keep it for a couple days, a couple weeks, they can get some money to kind of get on their feet again, and just use it kind of not for heroic sake, but just to gain some popularity and get back on their feet a little bit.
Well, he doesn't really grasp the seriousness of it. He just finds this jetpack and he's like, "This is cool. Let's make a little money." He doesn't realize that his life's in danger every minute he owns it.
Right.
That's the basic plot. It's a lot of your 1930s type setting with some great costumes and some great sets, great music. It's I love that era. I really do. This is where we're gonna shoot honest and straight with our opinions. I don't think it was particularly well put together because I think the plot is good. I mean, who doesn't like a good caper? But they just didn't. There wasn't a sense of irony or like the self-mocking nature that like Indiana Jones or even James Bond has to like kind of take itself. I think The Rocketeer took itself too seriously. Like, hey, like this, like you're gonna love this. I don't know. It wasn't.
Yeah, it kind of. I agree with that. It did take itself like too seriously, and the thing is, this movie is very cartoonish, and there's some like hilarious, just campy scenes, but it like makes you feel like you have to accept it as a reality instead of like, okay, yeah, this is kind of meant to be this way. It's not an epic movie. It's not a fantastic movie. It's not an Oscar-worthy movie by any means.
It's not even that memorable.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad way to spend an hour and a half. You know what I mean? It's entertaining. It's interesting. Plot-wise, because of all the different elements. But I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen Hollywood take good potential and not really see it through. So
that's true.
Content-wise,
well, okay. This is going to be difficult to touch on. I was watching it tonight and I was just like, I don't know how to talk about the content because it's not awful, it's not horrible. I don't think it warranted a PG-13 rating at all, and it didn't have one. It had a PG rating.
It's a Disney movie. Yeah. The thing is, it's like there's a fair amount of mild language, which is odd for a Disney movie because it was for 90s Disney movie. It was pretty pervasive.
Yeah, it was like off the bat, like for no reason.
I think within the first like 2 lines of the movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, it doesn't really fit. It's almost, and it's
it was
not
like out of place. Like they were like, oh, let's try and make this seem a little bit more serious by adding in unnecessary
And it's not like, it's like screamed out in anger or anything, but it's just there, and you're wondering like why? Why is it there? Especially given the 1930s aspect, you don't go grab any 1930s movie that was made during that era and it's not in there. So like if there's any movie you can get away with not putting language in, this is it. But they did. Jennifer Connelly wears a semi-revealing dress through much of the movie.
Throughout the last half of the movie.
Yeah. And
or more.
It's a tough part. So you said, it's like no one, there's no like really inappropriate scenes or anything like that, or like they don't talk about that type of. It's pervasive. Like she's always there in that dress.
And sometimes the camera lingers, so it's like
there's a couple of gratuitous moments where I'm like,
yeah. So I mean, it's the thing, because is it necessarily like a family movie? I can't recommend it as being like, oh, this is a great family movie. Get the whole family out and sit and watch it, because people have different standards and stuff, and things that bother them. I mean, some people it might really bother them, and some people it might not at all.
I feel like this could have been a family movie if they had done without some of the close-up shots of her. Because like, if she's, if it's not lingering, but there's a couple times when it's obvious the director is just lingering for the sake of eye candy, and it's like, oh, okay, you're starting to objectify. So that's when it's
right. Otherwise the violence, like, there's no blood.
Yeah.
Like, he has a bloody lip at one point that, like, is just there for, aesthetics.
There's worse violence in the old Disney Davy Crockett movie. You know what I mean? So it's very, clean violence. It's
some people get shot.
They call it action. Yeah.
Some people get shot, but it's I don't know. The violence wasn't nearly
like I don't know if I'd go out of your way to get it. You know what I mean? If there's nothing else and you're at the library and you pull it off the shelf, it's the plot is interesting, and it's always fun to watch that era. I think just for the sheer beauty of the sets and the costumes and the music and that great big band jazz music. They feature several Cole Porter songs, which really picked the movie up for me because I love that type of thing. It really.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I wish that was still. I wish that was still around. Love it.
Well, here's the thing. As a film, I don't think it's like I said earlier. I don't think it's an amazing movie. Like an unknown classic that people have to see. But like personally, I find it a really enjoyable movie to watch, and I like. Well, you have to take it for what it is. I mean, it's like over the top. It's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be kind of campy, but yet at the same time they take themselves really seriously. So personally, I actually really do enjoy this movie.
But out of 10 stars.
Out of 10 stars, as a film, I give it probably like a 4 for my likability. Like I said, I just sit down and watch it in any frame of mind and kind of enjoy it. So I give it like a 6.5 to a 7 for just personal enjoyment.
Yeah. Film-wise, out of 10 stars, I'll go like 3 or 4. It felt sloppy, the whole pace and the directing to me. Script felt poor, acting other than Timothy Dalton. So I would go like 3 out of 10. Personal likability, like watchability, I wouldn't watch it again, probably. Aaron told me about it, and I thought I'd give it a shot. Like I said, for me, other than the era, they lacked pathos and drama, like whatever that means. But hey, what the heck? It's a Disney film with some. I mean, you're not gonna lose too much by watching it. Like I said, if you ever stumble across it, give it a look see. Just to give us your opinion.
I think this is actually a short review. I don't know. What time did I say we started? I bet you we've been talking for 20 minutes. I have to edit this out in like 5 minutes.
Oh, this would be easy. Yeah, it should be easy.
Yeah, well... Yeah, I don't know, because we started kind of rambling and talking about stuff that didn't really matter.
So we can cut that out.
So, yeah.
Like, we can cut this out.
Yeah. You know what's I find interesting about this review? This is my 3rd review with him, and we didn't insult each other at all.
Right.
And this was a movie he didn't really like that I do like, so... It's
pretty incredible.
Yeah.
We're gonna be nice.
Yep.
Tonight.
Yep. So.
Take a break from the insults.
As always, if you watch one of my reviews and you see a movie that I'm talking about, do your research on it first, and if there's content in it that is going to offend you or whatever, and it does offend you, don't get mad at me, don't get mad at him.
We didn't make the movie.
Exactly, we didn't make the movie, so don't hunt us down, don't shoot us, don't do whatever. We're just talking about our thoughts on the movie, and that's that. So,
Yeah. Until next time, I'm Jonathan.
and I'm Aaron, and check out my channel once in a while. I'm gonna try and get some stuff up on my channel that's more entertaining and fun, and some more movie reviews of films I like, and I'm trying to get them shorter. So we'll see.
We're working on it.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching.
Until next time,
Goodbye.
good night, Miss Calabash, whoever you are. I would sum up the movie like this. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Get it? Rocket Man flying to the moon. And he never goes to the moon. He doesn't, but
He doesn't?
Rocket.
Does he go right by it?
I don't know. He flies in the cloud. He goes by an airplane.
There's an airplane near the moon?
No, there's a man in the moon, they tell me.
I thought the moon was made out of cheese.
It is made out of cheese. Wallace and Gromit went there. And the Honeymooners, Jackie Gleason, that was a good show.
Yeah. Wow, we're just rambling now.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
It's 2 in the morning.
So, for real, the Honeymooners? Yeah. You went there?
Look it's a great show. He's hilarious.
It's okay.